So I've been doing a lot of work on the vacuum room over the last few days, and I thought that I would just share an update because it seems like you guys like to see the scope of my collection. And I've tried a few different configurations, and because it looked like in the last video, and then my idea was to try to compact all the canisters into a smaller space and then get rid of this shelf, that shelf, and the bottom there. And I was going to store uprights underneath there. So I tried that, and it did not free up much floor space, which is, what I'm hoping to do. Because I mean, it's pretty crowded in here, and I don't like that. So my next idea was to get rid of the black wire shelf that I had sitting over there, which is all it was all power nozzles, and then I had a tote of attachments on top of it. So I've taken all the power nozzles and put them on the lower two shelves here. And yeah, then I took the shelving unit and I put it over here. I'm still working on this, so I mean, I might shift things around somewhat. But an old trick I had, long ago was to put machines that have large heads underneath, a gap in shelving to reduce floor space. It's not good for display purposes, but for space usage, it's nice. And then these two machines will actually be going to a friend of mine. The Dart is already his. I just picked that up for him because it came up for sale locally. And then the SonicLean, I'm selling to him. But yeah. And I'm sure, if you compare what I've got here to what I had in my last one, you'll see that some things are missing. I've gotten rid of somewhere in the 20s, I think, for machines. It's like I've sold a few, I've donated quite a bit of them. Yeah. And it's like there's a few of them, that are kind of on the chopping block at the moment. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm still deciding. Like the Diamante here, or I keep thinking to myself that V2 is not something I'll use, but it's kind of cool to have those two brush rolls. Uh, but yeah, it's like I don't know. And then one of the Dysons I think should go. Not the 11 though. It's kind of between the 26 and the 39. It's like I think the 26 is kind of cute being so little, but it's like it's also, the one I'm least likely to reach for. Maybe the Thermax. Cuz it's like, I don't use water filtration machines a lot despite having them. Yeah, two Silver Kings, but I think I'm going to leave that alone. Um, and then I think I should part with one backpack, but that's a tough decision too. The Pro Team definitely stays, but I don't know. I think I've gone kind of back and forth between the Mosquito and the Hoover there. It's like, because that one's bagless, it's a little bit unique compared to the other ones. And, the Mosquito has the same motor as the Pro Team, so it's like, I don't know. The only problem is I don't have tools to go with them, so I mean, it's a little bit harder of a sell when you just have the, machine and the hose. And I think eventually the Verve's going to go, but I still have to do my airflow testing on that. Yeah, still things to put away. And then I've kind of debated on the Mighty Might here, and then I feel like one of these should go. I'm leaning more towards the red one. I still haven't restored the Pro Series yet. Then we got the Lux G down there. Tried to group similar machines together, although I just ran out of space on this shelf, so I mean the CS ended up down there. And then I still have to figure out a solution for the handvacs too, which I've kind of thought to myself that I might try hanging them. Where did that go? I thought to myself, my friend's I actually have a few friends that have 3D printers, and I thought, if there's a design out there that would be somewhat similar, at least to the lower part of this, I could potentially just hang up the handvacs, and I redid the closet because I had the beam central vac over here, stuff stacked on top of it, and then it's still a mess, and I need a larger storage solution for those wands because not quite enough. And I got my bags and such, toolkits, a few of the handvacs, bits and pieces. Ugh. But yeah, Canadian Lux. I've thought about that one for a long time, and it's I think that should find a new home. Might be a little bit of a hard sell though, because the paint is not in the greatest condition on it. It's I wanted one of those for so long, and then it's getting it. It's it is just like a Model G turned on its side, and the Model G I have is quite nice. But yeah, definitely got to figure out something with hoses because it's a mess. But yeah, it's obviously the shelving hasn't moved, and I'm probably not going to move it because I think this works best for it. But I don't know, it's just kind of a matter of cutting this down, making some mildly tough decisions. And I still have to find space to hang this. This was given to me by a former Kirby dealer, and it has a bunch of Kirby models on it. I forget exactly where it ends, and I don't really want to unfold that because it'd be hard to do one-handed. I kind of thought, it'd be nice to have them behind the Kirbys, but at the same time, you wouldn't be able to see them down there. And I don't know that they would fit up there very well. But yeah. So yeah, that's just my latest update. A lot of rambling and kind of thinking out loud. Hope you guys have enjoyed this.